Okay, so I start off my performance by giving the deck a quick shuffle or allowing my spectator to shuffle the deck. It doesn't really matter. This is a completely no setup card trick, and I would show my spectator that all of the cards are from the same deck, and I would also show them the faces that all of the cards are different and in a random order, so there's no setup to any of this whatsoever. Now, what I would do is I would ask my spectator to just choose any card they want. It's a free choice. There's no force into it. So let's say they picked this card right here. I'm going to leave it right there. And I'll square up the deck, and then I'm going to show the card to all of you guys watching, but I promise I'm not going to look when I show you the card. So I'm showing you the card right now, but I promise I'm not looking. Just make sure you remember that card. I'll put the title up on the screen. Okay, so now that you have your card memorized, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take your card and we're going to lose it roughly somewhere into the middle of the pack, just like that. So now that we have your card lost in the deck, I wanted to show you something cool. Even though your card is completely lost in the deck, all I have to do is snap my fingers and somehow your card, the Queen of Hearts, magically jumps to the top of the deck. That is a little crazy, but I can show you again. I can take your Queen of Hearts, I can clearly put it into the middle. I'll show that cleanly. But watch, all I have to do is snap, and the Queen of Hearts should jump to the top, just like that, okay? Fantastic. Now, I'll show you one more time. I'll take the Queen of Hearts. I'll put it here. I'd ask my spectator to say stop whenever they want. So I'd say they said stop right there. I'd take the Queen of Hearts. I'd leave it sticking out, just like this. And then I would push it in cleanly, snap my fingers, and their Queen of Hearts jumps to the top, just like that, okay? Now this time, I'm actually going to lose their card into the middle of the deck. So we have the Queen of Hearts here. I'm going to take it, and I'm going to put it into a random spot in the deck, just like so. And then I'm going to give the cards some cuts and a quick riffle shuffle, just to really lose the Queen of Hearts into the deck. Fantastic. Okay, so now with the Queen of Hearts lost into the deck, I tell my spectator that their card is not on the top, the 4 of diamonds, but I want them to pay attention to it. So watch the 4 of diamonds. I'm going to take it, and I'm going to pretend like this is the spectator's hand. I would give it to them, and then I would show them there's nothing fishy in the deck. And all I have to do is snap my fingers, and they should turn that card over. It should change into their Queen of Hearts, just like that. So that is the first trick of my performance. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Alrighty, so I'd start off my performance by showing the spectator a normal deck of cards. This is a special edition Mandalorian deck of cards that is from the Disney Plus Star Wars TV show. So go ahead and buy this yourself. I bought this at my local Barnes & Noble. It's very cheap, and they are very cool and good to use for card tricks like these. So I'd show my spectator that all the cards are from the same deck and they're all different. I just asked my spectator to choose any card, and that was a horrible spread out. So I'd ask them to just pick any card. So let's say they picked this one right here. And then I'm going to ask them to take a look at the card, and I'm going to show you guys, but I promise I'm not going to look when I show you. I promise I'm not looking. I'm just showing you guys the card. I will put the card name on the screen. Just make sure you remember it. I promise I'm not looking. Fantastic, okay. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, okay, so you remember your card? And then they're like, yes. And I'm like, okay, great. So I'm going to take your card here. I'll just show you one more time. I won't look. That is your card. I'm going to take it, and I'm going to put it into a random spot in the deck. Sorry, the cards don't really want to go in, but there you go. Random spot in the deck, face down, just like that. Very cleanly, just like that. Okay, fantastic. Now, some people think that I do the thing where I like snap my fingers and their card jumps on the top, but I'm assuming that the Jack of Clubs is not your card, so I'm showing you that your card clearly actually is lost in the middle of the deck, so your card does not jump to the top. Now, what I'm going to do is, your card is totally lost. I have no clue what it is or where it is. But what I'm going to try to do right now is I'm going to put the deck behind my back, and in 3 seconds, I'm going to look through every single card in the deck, find your card, what I think is your card, and I'm going to turn it over in the deck in 3 seconds. Do you believe me? My spectator would probably say no because that seems impossible. But watch. Go. 1, 2, 3, done. Just like that. You may not have seen anything, but watch. All I have to do is snap my fingers and you can see every single card in the deck is face down, except for one card. You can see every other card is face down, except for one card. One card and one card only. It should be your 10 of hearts. So guys, that is the second trick of my performance. And yeah, that is one of my favorites because the card just, you know, the card just turns face up in the deck without me really even doing anything. So guys, that is the second trick of my performance. So let's go on to the next one. Okay, now this next trick is a little bit more advanced version of the previous trick I just did, which was where the spectator's card turned over in the deck. So that is just a little glimpse of what you're going to see. But here I have the special Los Angeles Clippers edition pack of cards. They are personally my favorite NBA team. Now, Lakers fans out there, I respect the Lakers and everything, and I respect the competition. So don't get all on me like, oh, RKGameN is a Clippers fan. I don't like him anymore because I'm a Lakers fan or I'm a different, you know, team's fan or anything. I don't care what you think for what team you root for the most. Whatever team you root for the most, root for that team. I just personally love the Los Angeles Clippers, so I root for them. But anyways, we have this normal deck of cards here. I'd show the spectator. All the cards are normal and they're all shuffled and different. And then what I have my spectator do is I'd have them just pick any card they wanted in the deck. This would be truly a free choice. So let's say they picked this card right here, okay? Now let's square up the rest of the pack. And I'd ask just the spectator, for this trick, I only want the spectator to look at it. So I'm just gonna be showing you guys. I promise I'm not looking when I show you guys. I promise I'm not looking. Just make sure you remember that card. And I'll put the title on screen right now. Fantastic, okay. So that is your card right there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take your card, and I'm going to show you again. I'm not going to look. That's your card. Okay, I'm going to take it, and I'm going to lose it somewhere into the deck, just like that, okay? Just push it in. Now, give the cards some cuts, just like that. And for good measures, I'll give the deck a riffle shuffle. I don't really like to riffle with these cards, keep them stiff like how they're supposed to be. But anyways, okay. So now I'd say your card is lost somewhere among these cards, right? And your spectator would most likely say yes. And if they didn't believe me, I'm like, okay, well, I'll prove it to you. So your card is probably not the 6 of spades because that is the top card. That's probably not your card. But I'd let them in on a little secret. I'd be like, hey, magicians, they'll find a way to like have a key card or something. So say the key card is like the 6 of spades or something, and they leave it sticking out face up in the deck just like this, and then they'd find a way to like get it into the deck face up like this so they could locate the spectator's card and and eventually the spectator's card would go face up in the deck, but they do some sort of sleight of hand thing, you know? But I'm not going to do that. I'm not even going to touch the deck of cards, okay? I would just want you, the spectator, to name your card. So I'd ask you to name it. Obviously, I don't have a spectator here, so I wouldn't know what it is, but the spectator should have named it, and I'd say all I have to do is snap my fingers, and every card in the deck is face down except for one card, and that one card shouldn't just be any card. It should be the spectator's 8 of hearts, just like that. So that is the other trick that I have for you guys for my performance. That is another one of my favorites because it is a really powerful effect that a lot of people don't know how it's done. Yeah, that is the other trick I have for you guys. So let's go on to the next trick. Alrighty, for this next trick, this is sort of a mind reading trick that I'm going to show you all right now. So first I'd have my spectator look at all the cards and show that they are all from the same deck, but they are all shuffled and different. There is no setup whatsoever to this trick. And if they wanted to, I could let them shuffle the deck of cards. It doesn't really matter, just until they're satisfied with me. And that's all I care about. But yeah, like I said, this trick is a little bit of a mind reading trick, which I'm going to show you right now. So I'd have my spectator first just pick any card that they wanted. So let's say they picked this card right over here. I'll set it right there. And now for this trick, it's super important and super crucial that I do not see what this card is, because if I do see it, I won't be able to do the mind reading. So I'm just gonna be showing you guys. This is kind of like a way of me reading your mind through the screen. So I promise I'm not looking. I just want you guys to see the card. I promise I'm not looking. Just make sure you remember it. I'll put the title on the screen. Fantastic. Okay, so now I have no clue what your card is that was randomly selected. Just make sure you remember it. The title's probably on the screen. Fantastic. Okay, so I do not know what your card is because I'm not looking at it. I'm just going to put it somewhere into the deck, face down, just like this. Just like that. And I'll also give the deck a quick riffle shuffle, just a little mix up, as you could say. And then I'm going to just give the cards a quick overhand shuffle. Like that. Fantastic. Okay, so now I would show that the spectator their card is probably not the Ace of Hearts because it's not on the top, and their card is probably not the Four of Spades. It's not on the bottom. So their card is lost somewhere in this pack at a quick glance. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go through the cards to myself, and I'm going to take out a prediction card, and that prediction card is what I think is going to be your card. Even though your card is lost and I have no clue what it is or where it is, I'm going to take out a random prediction card, and it is going to be what your card is. I'm looking, I think it's this. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's that. Okay, so what I'd say is I would tell my spectator, you could have chosen any card. That was a bad riffle there. I said you could have chosen any card. You can see all these cards are different. I could have taken out any one of these cards. They're all different and everything. But I took out one card. And this card shouldn't just be any card. It should be, if I can pick it off of the table, it should be the spectator's chosen card, the Eight of Hearts, that I had no clue was their card because I did not look at it or anything. So that is the other trick, guys. And I think we have like one more or two more. I don't know at the time of recording this video, but I hope you enjoyed this one. That is also one of my favorites because it involves mind reading. So let's go to the next one. Okay, so now for the final trick that I have to show you guys. I'm so excited for this one, and I thank you if you made it to this point in the video, because this is by far the most mind-blowing trick that I know to this day. It blows everyone away that I show it to, and no one can figure out how I do it, yet the secret to it is so simple that it's too crazy to give away on YouTube. So I might figure out something later in the future on how to give the secret away, but for now, it will remain a secret. See, I show the spectator all the cards are normal, and the deck is totally shuffled, and every card is different. There's no setup whatsoever to this card trick. And now what I'd ask my spectator to do is just say stop for me whenever they want. So let's say they said stop right there. And I'd say, okay, this is going to be your card, just like that. And now for the purpose of this trick, just to make the effect even cooler, I'm only gonna show you guys the card. So I promise I'm not looking. Just make sure you remember that card. Make sure you get it locked in. I'll put the title on the screen right now in case you forgot. Fantastic, okay. So I have no clue what your card is. And we're going to take your card and we're just going to lose it somewhere into the deck, just like that, cleanly, okay? Now, for this trick to like have a really great reaction, there's a couple steps for this. So the first step, step one, is to just get your card to jump to the top, the Joker. That was your card, right? So that's pretty crazy. I put your card in the middle of the deck, we get it to the top. But we need it for the top. We need to get to the top for this trick. I just wanted to show off a little bit. Okay, so we got your card, the colorful Joker on the top. Now watch, I'm gonna take it, and we're actually gonna use the box for this trick. Normally, I'd have their card, the Joker in this case, and I'd ask the spectator if they're right-handed or left-handed. Say they were right-handed. I asked them to hold out their left hand, and I would give them their card and put their right hand on top of it so I couldn't touch it. So we'll say the box is the spectator's hand, okay? So they're covering the card so I can't touch it. I'll just leave it sticking out there for you guys so you can see it. But the main purpose is that I don't get anywhere near that card, okay? So they are holding on to their colorful Joker, and I'm gonna show them, okay, now I'm gonna take the Queen of Hearts, for example, the next card on top of the deck, and watch this. All I have to do is take the Queen, so I'm holding it now, and watch. We don't need the rest of the deck for this trick anymore. They're holding their colorful Joker, I'm holding the Queen of Hearts, but all I have to do tap their hand, snap my fingers, and now I actually have the Joker. And they would lift their hand, and they would see that they now have the Queen of Hearts. Just like that. So guys, that is the final trick I wanted to show you all. That is like the coolest trick I know whatsoever. It is super easy to perform. If someone asks me for a really quick trick, that's a tongue twister right there, a really quick trick, this is the one I show them because it is just so simple, and I'm not going to give away the secret because it's just too good to reveal. Apologize for the sirens in the background, but that is going to be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for looking at my card tricks. I might I'll look at the comments to see like what tricks people want to know besides this one, and if they want to know it, I'll think about doing a tutorial. And also don't forget to join my Discord for updates sooner than on my YouTube channel, and join my Discord server for access to thumbnails and access to custom emoji and a lot of fun stuff there. But guys, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. Stay safe out there, and I will see you all in the next one. Later, and peace.